really quick on our call, just so that way any girls who can't hop on can listen to the recording, because a lot of times people have the same questions, so it just kind of helps to record it. So how's everybody's week going?
Good.
It's Monday.
Good. It's Monday, yeah.
I know, that's how I've been feeling today too. I'm like, oh my goodness, we'll get to it. But okay, well, so really this is just a check-in call for you guys. I think all three of you, well, yeah, I know all three of you guys are my coaches, and then Sam and Kirby are on as well. But yeah, just a chance to kind of jump on and check in and see how things are going. Like I said, a lot of times you guys are going to have some of the same questions. So I think it'll be honestly super helpful just to hear from each other. I know for sure Lindsay has a few questions because her and I were going to hop on a one-on-one call. So I know she has some few things she wants to go over. So let's just start there. If that's cool with you, Lindsay, do you want to kind of dive into some of the things that we were going to talk through today?
Yeah. I guess one of the things is oh gosh, I'm blanking right now. Hang on. Trying
No,
to
you're
think.
good.
Oh yeah, is the job one, is that free for like everybody starting January 3rd?
No, so basically, kind of how the launches work is the launches of any of the new programs. So basically, when Beachbody comes out with a new program, they will set a date for when it's going to launch to the entire Beachbody On Demand network. So it'll launch for all of Beachbody On Demand at the end of spring 2022. So
Okay.
probably more like April-ish. And then what they do is they do an early unlock. And really, this is, I mean, it's a good opportunity for us as coaches to kind of make some residual income off of people who are in our community. That, you know, if someone buys a challenge pack and you make $50 and you coach them for an entire year, and that's the only $50 you make, because that you don't require, some coaches require, you know, that people stay on Shakeology or stay on Performance Line to stay in their community, but I don't personally do that. So it's just a chance for you to say, hey, if you need to take it up a notch and you want to do a group where we're all doing the same program, and like the test groups, just, they're my favorite just because people are the most engaged, just because everyone's doing the same program. And so it's an opportunity for them to kind of revamp. I know one girl, I love the word, Samantha Brandt said this morning on our check-in call, but she was saying, she's like, I feel like job one in January is a chance to like basically just like refocus or start, or like a fresh start, just because it's a new year. It's only 20 minutes long. So even for our girls who are already in the community, a lot of them will even unlock it. We as coaches get 25% off the unlock. So it went live for coaches already, and then it'll go live this week on the 16th for all of our, any customer or client. So what's cool though is that when someone signs up, like a brand new customer, they can buy a challenge pack that comes with the unlock, and it's significantly cheaper. So like, it's like, I don't have the price in front of me, but it's like 140 or 150, and they get the unlock with that challenge pack. Does that make sense?
Okay. Yep.
So it's really not more expensive for new clients, but for people who are already your client, they're going to have to purchase the unlock.
Okay.
And I think the digital unlock for coaches is like $37. That's just like no accessories or anything like that, just the unlock. And then for preferred customers, it's the same price.
And if you purchase a challenge pack to become a coach in November, you'll get 50% off too. So, okay.
Good call, Kirby. I keep forgetting about that.
Well, I'm still like super new to this. So
the way I explain it to like people, if they ask about it, I'm like, I ask them if they have Disney Plus, and if they do, I don't know if y'all are familiar with that, but
like if you're a member of Disney Plus, they'll like when a new movie comes out in theaters, you can buy it, you can unlock it on Disney Plus and watch it for like, but you have to pay for it. So I explain it like that. I'm like, it's like that. You have to pay for it if you want to be the first to watch it on Disney Plus. You have to pay for it if you want to be the first to do it on Beachbody On Demand. Otherwise, it'll come to the library for everybody for free, just like all movies come to Disney Plus eventually.
Well, and that's honestly a good example of even just like the movies in general. You know, like you pay to go to the movie theater and you pay a premium price to go see it when you could just wait for it to come out in the movies and rent the movie or whatever. So I feel like that's a good example, good way to explain it.
Well, the person that like invented Disney Plus is on the board with Beachbody, so that's cool.
Yeah.
Oh,
so they like do similar things.
Very cool. Very cool. Okay, and then I guess, like I said, I'm like super new, so I was just looking for advice from you guys on how to just keep recruiting people. And I don't know, like I have like 4 or 5 people who are super interested. They just haven't fully committed yet. So I just don't know how to.
If it makes you feel better, Lindsay, Megan and Ashley are both brand spanking new too. Like they literally both just signed up. They're both in the New Coach Mentorship this month. So the only oldies on here are me and Kirby. So you're good.
Okay, good. I was like, crap, I'm going to ask stupid questions.
No question's a dumb question. This call was for, we had been talking in our New Coach Mentorship for this month because Lindsay you were technically in there last month, but for this month, we were talking in the group me about having a call, and then you and I were already going to talk. So that's why I just was like, hop on this one. So yeah, no, that's a great question. So first, a couple of things. This business is built off of consistency, even if it's just small consistency. And I think that a lot of times we want to see like really big results, or we get kind of discouraged when we have a month where we feel like we don't have anybody. Or even like for me, when I started this business, I didn't have a warm market. Like some people come in and they're like, they've got 40 people who want to join them. Not really, but you know what I'm saying? Like they've got all these people and it just seems like it's so easy for them. You know what I mean? And that was not the case for me. Like I had no background in fitness. I had no, like I didn't have this built up platform to where I had people to reach out to. And even like friends and family, like I mean, I didn't really have, my family's amazing, but they just weren't wanting to join that. You know what I mean? And so I didn't have like this warm market where I had all my friends and family to join me. And so I think a couple of things. Number one is like, you have to be consistent with the tracker. And even if it feels like you're not making any progress, you are. Little things like, so on the tracker, I uploaded this one, by the way. I put this in, Samantha Brandt made a copy of this one for our team, and I edited a little bit, but I put it on the New Coach Toolkit under business trackers. I posted it there like maybe a week or 2 ago. And I love this one. It's my favorite. My favorite part is that under this second section, it says daily business essentials, and it says IPA, income producing activities. So these are the things that are really going to actually move your business forward. Like, yes, posting on social media is great and it's important. And yes, it's important to post on your stories. And yes, it's important that you're doing your own journey, because you like, those are things that are kind of planting seeds. But at the end of the day, if you're not expanding your network and you're not like connecting with people, the thing that's moved my business forward the most is just taking that 20 minutes a day. Like I typically set a timer on my phone, on my watch, and then just go through Instagram and just connect, like commenting on people's photos, or scroll all the way to the right, because you know how on Instagram, like it shows you the first few people are the people that you always watch their stories. So scroll all the way to the right to those people that you never watch, and then go. And some people don't like doing this, but at the end of the day, like there's just no way people can really find your account if you don't go connect with other people. So I'll go and follow, like I follow usually 20 people a day, which is on there for the tracker. And I usually will go to like I do it a couple of different ways. I'll find people that are very similar to me, but maybe they don't do anything of fitness. Like I'm not going to go to a fitness account and follow a bunch of their people, but like say there's someone who does something in faith and you know, I might go to their page and follow a bunch of people who have commented on their photos. So one important thing is to make sure that the people you're following are engaged followers on Instagram app, because obviously there's people who have Instagram, but they never get on it. So I don't just go to their followers. I actually go to people who comment, and I like add 20 people every day. I don't get caught up in the number of followers I have. I don't get caught up in the number of people I'm following. Like I just don't care. To me, what's more important is that I'm making relationships every single day. One thing I do is every time that I invite someone. So this is the hardest part for new coaches, is inviting. And I totally get it, because like, I'm pretty sure I didn't invite for like my first year because it's scary. But I made a goal. My goal is super small. I try to just invite 5 people a day. And I mean, some coaches try to do way more than that. I'm just like, even at this point in my business, it's 5 people a day. That's super easy. What I actually do, so 2 things that really help me, because I don't like trying to think of people on the fly. Like I don't like having my action hour, which I'm going to do after this. I don't like doing my action hour and being like, oh, I need to come up with 5 people to follow, or I mean, 5 people to invite. And I try to invite 5 people to coaching as well. So for you guys, you might start out with, you know, start small. Like, I don't know if you guys have ever read this book, but it's really good. You should read it. It's called The Slight Edge. Really, really good book. But a lot of times, like, we try to set too big of goals, or like we overthink things. Like, honestly, this business is so easy. It's so easy that people overlook the things that you have to do to grow your business in this business. Does that make sense what I'm saying? Like, it's kind of like working out. Like, people are like, 20 minutes a day, that's like too easy to even actually count. Like, some people might say that. Or, you know, I was reading about this girl who, she had like 75 pounds to lose, and she started working out like 5 minutes a day, literally got on his spin bike and did 5 minutes a day. And once she mastered the 5 minutes, she did 7 minutes, and she kind of bumped her way up. And over time, all of a sudden she was doing 30-minute classes, and she was like, she had dropped like 25 pounds. And she was like, oh my goodness, like I just dropped 25 pounds. But the thing is like, yeah, she just started doing 30-minute workouts, but like for all those months, that time she was putting in was compounding. And so that's what you have to remember, is even if you only invite 1 person, if your goal on your tracker is 1 person every day this week, that's 5 people at the end of the week that you invited. And like, you can build on that, master 1 a day, you know, make it your goal Monday through Friday, and then you can bump up to 2 a day. So what I was going to say that I do is a couple things. So at the beginning of every month, I make a list of December groups and then coaches. My goal every month, and this is where you kind of have to know your personality, okay? Personally, for me, I need to shoot high because I get lazy person. So I give myself too much grace. Like, I can be like, oh, you did such a good job. You signed up 2 people this month, Caroline. That's so great. You hit success, or 3 people. You hit Success Club 5. You hit Success Club. That's all that matters. But like, I know personally that my team is always going to do half of what I do. So if I know that my coaches are going to do half of what I do, I want my coaches to be hitting Success Club. I want all of my coaches to hit Success Club 5 and 10, you know? So for me, I shoot for 30 every single month. So I shoot for Success Club 30. That's my goal. And so I make a list, like December groups, I make a list of like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you know, to 15. And then for coaches, my goal every month is 6. So I'll make a list like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I do that every month. So like for this month, well, it should say January up there. I don't know why it says December, but I guess I had made it as my list for this month. So this is my list for this month. So every time that someone tells me they're interested in a group and they want information, I write their name down and I put like what I did. So this girl, I sent her the order form. This girl, I said she wants job 1. So when job 1 comes out on the 16th, I got to follow up with her. Hey girl, I remember you said you wanted job 1, you know, here's the order form. Let me get you your link. This girl, I put emailed info. So now I kind of know where we're at. And so I'll put their names on that list because I'm working towards those 15 people, right? And hopefully I'm going to cross off names. Somebody's going to say no, something's going to happen, but like I'm updating this like a mad woman. So let me just show you guys what last month looked like at the end of the month, because it's kind of funny. So this was last month. You can see here, I had my 15 people. I put like waiting on response, followed up, whatever, interested, email. And then all the people who said no, or like, actually, I'm not gonna be able to do it right now, I crossed their name out. And I was sitting towards the end of the month and I was still at like, I don't even know, like Success Club, like 3 or something like that. And so I sat down and I was like, okay, I need another list of 15 people. So I made another list of 15 people because I was like, these people were falling through. So I came up with another 15 people. And, I put on here, and 3 of the people said that they couldn't afford it right now because of money with Christmas, which I totally understand. So I put that beside their name because I'm just a pen and paper person. This might not work for you, but then what happens is come the end of January, or even for January, our January 3rd group, I'm going to follow back up with those money girls and say, hey, I just wanted to check back in because maybe they got Christmas money and they want to use their Christmas money to buy a challenge pack for the next year. You know what I mean? Or whatever. Or maybe it may be that they say, hey, money's still really tight. We can't do it right now. I'll be like, totally get it. I just wanted to check back in. And with those people too, I might also just say, hey, just a reminder, we have a monthly membership if you want to do the $15. I don't like to lead with that because everyone's always going to go for the cheapest thing that you offer them. And the thing is it's not going to get them the best results. Like the challenge pack is going to get them the best results because they're getting an entire year, like they're committing to a year and they're getting all the performance line stuff plus the nutrition plan. And the nutrition plans are 80% of their results. So I know that it's not the best bang for their buck, but I don't want to lose someone just because of something. Does it make sense? Like I would rather get them plugged in and help them because they might do a month of it and be like, oh, this is worth the investment. Now I want to buy a challenge pack. You know what I mean? So don't ever write anybody off. Sorry, I feel like I'm like going into a huge thing here. But what I was going to say is that at the end of every week on Friday, I sit down and I make a list for the next week. So knowing that I need 5 people a day to invite to coaching, 5 people a day to invite to a challenge group, I make a list of 20 people that I'm going to invite to be a client, or 25, and then I make a list of 25 people I'm going to invite to coaching. So I work off of this list. So when I sit down and do my action hour, it kind of makes me not overthink things as much because I just write these girls' names down, and when I send them an invite, I just highlight their name off the list. And the girls I'm inviting are people who are watching my stories consistently. We've been talking. These aren't like brand new people I've never talked to before. These are people, and that's why it's important to go back to write these things down, because I can go back to my list. Like one of the things I'm going to do today is go back to my list and make a list of people I want to connect with this week. And some of those people might be people that we've talked before and it wasn't the right time, or maybe we talked and whatever. So I might go back to my client list from October 6th, because I always put the date up here too. So I might go back to my list from October 6th and say, oh, Heather Wright never got back to me, but said she wanted information. I'm going to email her and tell her about job 1 because maybe she needs something to refresh for the new year. So I might put people's names back on the list in a few months just to kind of circle back with them. So I don't know if that helps, but it really helps me. The thing that I had to learn, and this took me a little bit of time to get. And when I heard this, it just was like, it clicked, and it's really helped me going forward, is that a lot of times we feel like, I don't want to push my goals on other people. So if my goal, let's say your goal is to hit Success Club this month, which that should be all of your goal, right? Because you want to be a success starter. So if your goal is to hit Success Club this month, it's easy to be like, well, I don't want to chase after people and ask them to join me just because I'm trying to hit Success Club. You know what I mean? Like, it's really easy. Like, I felt that because I never want someone to feel like I'm trying to get them in because of that. But what I realized is that the purpose of goals, especially like if you want to do this in a Christ-centered way, in a godly way, goals are not bad. Obviously, we don't worship the goal. Like, I didn't hit Success Club 30 last month. I hit Success Club 16, but guess what? That was still almost double what everyone else on my team hit. And it still pushed me to keep following up with people. And so goals should push you. They should push you to go get out of your comfort zone. And what I realized is that when I have a goal of Success Club or whatever, a bigger goal, all it does is it pushes me to do the things I should already be doing, truthfully. Mentoring my coaches. If one of my goals is that I want to help you guys get to Success Starter, I'm going to be following up with you a lot more. I'm going to be checking in with you a lot more. I'm going to be saying, hey, Lindsay, where are you at with this? How can I help? What do you need? What stories do you need to promote this group? Whatever. I'm going to be a much better mentor. And not because I don't care about your goals, but your goals play into my goals. And that helps me have a goal to push for. It helps me to help you. Does it make sense? And so I'm going to follow up with people, like clients or girls in my fit community. If my goal is that I want to have, some of them maybe turn in their story to the Beachbody On Demand champion thing. They do this thing every year where it's like, if you like the best results get their name put in this thing, drawing, and they can win all this money or whatever. So let's say I want my girls to get amazing results. And my goal for 2022 is that I want to have 3 girls put their name in the hat. If I could help 50 or 3 women lose over 50 pounds, like how amazing would that be? So what it makes me do is think of ways to creatively coach them better. How could I create like a Google form where every week they check in with where they're at with their weight and their goals, or you know what I'm saying? Like, and those might be a bad example, but my point is that what I realized is that if I have a goal and I write out my goal and I'm like, okay, my 15 people, it just helps me follow up with people and not let people fall through the cracks. And when I started to learn that, like, hey, no, this goal, having a goal, like, I don't wear my hat on the goal. Like, if the goal doesn't happen, I'm not over here like, oh my goodness, I'm a failure of a coach. Like, that's not true. And I know that's not true. But the goal drives me to show up in my business and follow up with people and serve people.
Okay.
Sorry, I feel like I just preached.
No, that's good. That's good.
But I feel like these are the things that have been helping me in my business. Like, the stuff that's been moving the needle for me is making these lists and having like who I'm going to invite this week and follow up with and like highlighting their name. Like, sometimes I was telling the girls this morning, I'm like, honestly, I would even go as far as to say, I would rather you do this and have a list that you're working off of and you're following up with people and you're intentionally showing up in your business than sending a bunch of random invites to people just because you're trying to mark a box. You know what I'm saying? Like, these are the things that are going to move your business forward. Not necessarily these things, but you do these things because you want to be consistent, But if you're like in survival mode and it's Christmas and you're like, I only have 45 minutes a day to show up in your business, I think having a list and working off that list and doing these things on here are important. But if you can't do the 20 minutes a day of connecting, I would rather you do this than the 20 minutes a day of connecting. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So
no, that helps a lot. And I feel like it'll make it easier to where I'm not like having to remember who I just messaged and
yes,
all that stuff.
it definitely does. And there's some girls who also use collections. Like I said, I'm a pen and paper person. Do you guys know how to do collections? Kirby's really great at collections. Okay, let me just show y'all really quick. So if you go to Instagram and you were to like, I don't even know who this person is. Let's just go down here. For some reason it keeps being reels showing up on my Instagram. Okay, so I don't know if you guys can see this, but like
recording of me like doing one and share it in our new coach mentorship to show
yeah, that would be really, really awesome, Kirby. Basically though, just to show you guys, if you went to someone's Instagram page and you click that little ribbon down on the right hand side, if you click like and press save to collection, you can make little boards.
Oh, yes, I do know what that is. Yes, okay.
So I named mine like December connections. So if you want to keep up with the people you're connecting with and you're like on the go and you don't really want to have to write any names down, that's another way you can do it.
That's what I do.
Yeah, a lot of people love that.
I have a kind of random question. So on my
Yeah.
coach page, it says my coach requirements aren't met, but I was kind of confused about that since I had the performance line and I bought the job one thing. So is there a reason why that would be?
So basically what that is you have to sell $50 worth to somebody within the first 6 months of you being a coach. So you've got plenty of time. So once you sell something, then that checkbox will be marked. It's just if you don't sell something in the first 6 months you're a coach, you get bumped down to a preferred customer. Does it make sense? So that's all that means. They just try to keep what they're trying to do is with this new preferred customer, they want to keep preferred customers like there just for the discount, and then coaches are people who actually are selling things. So that's all that means. So once you make your first sell, so that's no big deal at all. She's so cute, Megan. What other questions do y'all have? Was that overwhelming, all the names and the list, or is that helpful?
No, it was helpful.
Okay, good.
Very helpful.
I think that it's kind of hard. I have one person I've emailed, but then kind of just when you're beginning, like before you have, after you've been sharing a while and you have a lot of people who've messaged, how do you pick who you message? Do you go based on who likes your stuff or who you know the best? Or how did you do that at the beginning?
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, honestly, I think at first I would like reach out to people that I thought might just be game for supporting me as their friend. And I said to him like, hey, I just started doing Beachbody. I'm coaching now. I'm loving it. I've gotten great results. I'm looking for like my first 3 or 4 people to help them get great results because, you know, I know that my best marketing tool is my results and the people I help. So I was just wondering if you would be interested in maybe joining my first boot camp. I even offered to like send them like a $20 Amazon gift card if they joined me back, because in my mind I was like, well, you know, I'm making $50 off of a challenge pack. So even if I send them $20 back, that's still me making $30.
Yeah.
And that way I can start to get some people under my belt, you know, because I do feel like once you start to get some momentum, it definitely helps. And once you start to help people, like that's why we're all here, is that we want to help people. And so sometimes it can get discouraging if you feel like you're not doing that, you know, whereas even if you just have one or 2 people that you're helping, it can start to kind of fuel that. And then you get more excited about it, you know? And I feel like 3 is a really good number. That's why every month we try to shoot for 3 people in order to hit Success Club. But the reason that they gave the number 3 is because a lot of times when you have 3 people, probably 1 or 2 of those people are going to be really serious about it. There's always going to be one person who doesn't take it very seriously, and sometimes even 2 people. So it just kind of depends. My whole point is that if you're going for 3 people, then hopefully you have 1 or 2 people who are more serious about, okay, I actually want to get results. So that might be a good way to kind of get into it. Maybe you sit down and make a list of like, okay, if I really want 3 people, here are 15 people I'm going to try to reach out to over the next few days and tell them like, hey, we've got a brand new program coming out in January. It's 20 minutes. It's super doable. It's kind of a breath of fresh air. You know, it's because the thing is there's a lot of people who've done Transform 20 and they don't even like Transform 20 because it's 20 minutes of like all in, like you're like going hard for 20 minutes. But I don't know if you guys have tried Job 1, but it's much slower pace. Like it truly is doable for anyone. I mean, I really do mean that. I mean, here I am 30 weeks pregnant and I'm like, I was literally like, I don't even know if this is hard enough. But it's good. Like it's doable for anyone. And so I think that this is a good program to be inviting people to, and it's only 4 weeks, you know, like you blink and you've already done half of it, you know? So I would start with that though, Ashley. Maybe I challenge all of you guys. It's Monday and you know, the thing about it is like next week's going to be a wash because people are going to be thinking Christmas. And honestly, even later this week, people are going to start thinking Christmas. So I would challenge all of you guys to sit down and maybe come up with a list of like, I don't know, even 10 people. I mean, that might seem like a lot. You're like, oh my goodness, 10 people. But like maybe even just 5 people if you can't come up with 10. But 5 people that you're going to reach out between now and Wednesday or Thursday. And just like, I personally like voice messaging people, especially people I know, because I like for them to hear my heart. Like, I don't want them to be like, oh, she's copying and pasting a message to me. You know, like really just sharing your heart. Be like, hey, I'm doing this thing. I just want to see if you're interested. Do not feel like you have to do it if you don't want to, but I just wanted to see if you might want to join me. I always knew those people that like I felt like I could ask, and those people that like I was scared to ask. I was like, maybe not. But like I've got girls in my corner who like I knew that they would be like, oh, I want to do this with you, and like I was even like, hey, you know, on Saturdays you could come over, we could do it together, like kind of make it a fun thing where it's like we could do this together in the new year. So that's just an idea.
That's super helpful. Thank you. I have one
Yeah.
other question.
Yeah, of
How do you
course.
know when the challenge packs go on sale? Is that information you get? And then if you hop on the team call, you find out?
It's in the team page. Have you looked in the team page yet?
I have, but I haven't explored in it.
No,
So I
you're
just
good.
looked at the
So
post.
at the top of, I'm going to share my screen with y'all really quick, just so you can see it. At the top of the team page, first of all, you'll get an email from Beachbody at the end of every month about things that are happening for the next month. So you will get an email from Beachbody. But as far as for me, just so you know everything happening, there's always this up here, this banner. I update this every month. You can click on this and it tells you all the sales that are happening, just so you, in case you want to know there. But then also we, underneath of announcements, so if you look at this from your phone, you have to click like read announcements because you won't be able to see it if not. There is a team calendar, and on that team calendar is everything you need to know that's happening that month. So this month, you can see here that we're still in the 12 days of Christmas, but we're not having a team call tonight. But the customer launch of job 1 is on Thursday. All the action hours are over here on the left. These are amazing, especially for you guys as new coaches. Like if you can hop on these, they're gold. So this week we have one on December 15th, which is at 5:30 a.m. And then I'm doing one on the 17th at 6 a.m., which is kind of early, but a lot of the girls on our team work, or they have little kids, or they homeschool or whatever. So they like to get up and get it done. So it's not like hanging over their head throughout the day. But sometimes we'll have them at like 1 o'clock too. So, but all the action hours are always over here. And then everything else is like on the team calendar. And then, so like next Monday night, we're having a team Christmas party. It's going to be a pajama party, so it's going to be fun. So that's kind of where you can see everything and like kind of what's happening. And I usually break it down over here on the right too. So does that help, Ashley?
Yes, that helps a lot. Thank you.
Perfect. Yeah.
I've kind of thought of doing like a give away the book She Works His Way, because I want to read it with you all in January.
Yeah.
So like anyone who might be interested in coaching, will that be just like discussed on the group me page? Is that where you're?
Yes. Well, so what we'll do is kind of how the Bible studies work. And this is what we've done in the past. So every Saturday morning, we're going to get on for a sip and sweat. Sip and sweats are usually at 7 a.m. So we're going to get on at 6:30, which is definitely early. But we did this for the last group that we did for the Move Your Body 21-day challenge or whatever. We got on at 6:30. We did Bible study for 30 minutes. And then we worked out. So what we're going to do is we'll have Bible study or book, kind of like almost like a book club for 30 minutes to kind of discuss the book. So I'm going to try to keep it at a month, so 4 weeks long. So I need to go in and see how many chapters we're going to have to read each week. But basically the first one, we'll kind of introduce ourselves. We'll talk about how it's going to work. And then every week we'll hop on and we'll kind of just go through our takeaways. Like I'll have a few questions. They do have a guide, like a study guide for the book, but I've already read the book once. So I'm probably just going to pull questions from it myself and then kind of use that as a starting point. But a lot of times we just end up conversating about it. Like girls start sharing and they're sharing takeaways. And so I think it's going to be really good, especially like a good way to kick off the year. And we're going to have Michelle Myers on our team call in January, the first Monday in January. So I'm going to interview her and she's going to share. And so that'll be cool just to like, you know, have her on and then I'll read the book together. So yeah, so as far as like giving away a copy of it, I think that's a great idea. Or even like this will be for clients, or like the thing is that the book is good for anybody. Like a lot of people are like, she works his way, like they think of just a woman who works outside the home, but like this book is for anybody who works, period, which we are all mothers, so that means we work. And you know, like we all, I mean, a lot of us have multiple stones in the fire, you know, if you're in ministry, if you're whatever. So it's a really good book for anybody. So I think that even encouraging our challenge group ladies to be on it, I think it's a great idea to think about giving them a copy. What else you guys got? Any other questions? Ashley, did you get everything moved over from preferred customer to coach? Did that work?
Yeah, it looks like on the
Perfect.
website, it shows up as coach now. So
Perfect. Okay, good.
I need to go in and look at the website and explore it. Like Megan was asking a question. I haven't gone in and looked at everything yet. And so I need to get familiar with it and finish the training. I'm halfway through the training. And so
Good.
I'm a little behind, but you know,
Hey, it's okay.
get there.
You'll
Yeah.
get there. It's not, I mean, that's the thing. That's what self-paced. Like some people, it's so funny because people be like, somebody asked me the other day, they're like, of your successful coaches, like how many of them finished the trainings and how many of them didn't? And I'm like, honestly, I think like half of them didn't finish the trainings. And like, it's not a big deal because some people, it's there for people who like really, who want it. They want to go deep. They want to, you know, they want all the answers. But for some people, they're just like, okay, I'm ready to start, you know, and they'll start going through the trainings, but then they'll start, you know, talking to people. And then they'll like 6 months in be like, I think I'm gonna go back to those trainings and look them over, you know? So it's fine. It's not like, you know, there's a quiz at the end or anything. So you're good.
They're very helpful. So
Good. Yeah. What did you guys think of it, of the new coach mentorship? Like, obviously it kind of just got updated. Did you guys like it? Did you like the format?
I like it. I feel like it gave me lots of things to think about while like I don't have a whole lot of people that I'm messaging.
Yeah.
To
Yeah.
get started right. I like it.
Good.
Too, especially like the video, like just the short clips are really easy because I'm like juggling 3 little people, and so it was easy to just like play it while I was walking around doing something.
Yes.
And
Are you all set up?
I totally agree. I'm the same way. I love listening to stuff like on YouTube and stuff because I don't know if you guys knew this, but on YouTube, you can go down to settings and you can make it like 1.6 speed or 1.5 speed. So I'll listen to things faster so it goes by quicker. And like, it's how I usually get a lot of my personal development done because I'm just like cleaning up the house or whatever. But I do like reading too. But anything else? Lindsay, did you have anything else you wanted to go over?
No, I don't think so. I mean, I probably will eventually.
No, girl, it's fine. No worries. Well, you guys know that I'm here if y'all need anything. You guys are all brand new, so you guys should connect if y'all aren't following each other on Instagram and stuff. But just so you guys know too, I wanted to make sure you know, I might be changing the time of this. I haven't decided yet. I need to make sure I have a Facebook message thread with all of my coaches in it, just my personal coaches. So I'm going to add you guys to that right now because I don't think the 3 of you are in it yet. But I do a call every Monday morning at 7 a.m. with my coaches. And honestly, the reason I started doing that time is just because like several of my girls work. So I was just trying to make it work for everybody, but it's kind of hard to make it work for everybody. So I don't know. I'm going to post a little poll in there, just kind of planning out for 2022. But because I think it would be really helpful for y'all to be on it just because then y'all can ask questions. I just want to make sure that y'all constantly have all your questions answered. So I'm adding you guys right now, literally as we speak, just so I don't forget. And
Can I ask Lindsay
Yeah.
does Lindsay have Instagram? Do you have Instagram?
I do, yes.
What is your Instagram? I don't know if I have that one. I have Megan's because we're in the mentorship.
I know. I think, yeah, I did last month's. I think I added everybody from last month. But yeah, this one, mine is His Power Within Her. That's mine. And then I'll follow you guys back.
I've followed several of Caroline's people if I've seen them on there. So I don't know.
Yes.
I'll follow you if I haven't.
Okay.
Yep. I'm telling y'all, this community is amazing. If you hop on in the mornings if you can. It always feels weird when you first start doing the Zooms and all that stuff, but like it really makes a huge difference. Just getting to know people. I know Megan's been on, you've been on some action hours, Megan, haven't you? I've seen you on there.
I have.
Do you think they're helpful?
Ones are perfect because they're really helpful. Because my kids aren't up yet, so I can really, like do them. The middle of the day ones I can't swing
I
yet.
know,
But
it's hard. I know. I think the morning ones are the best. That's why we keep adding morning ones, because everybody's just like, I love the morning. It just feels good to have it done. Oh, one thing really quickly. Let me just ask you, because you three are here, and so maybe you will want to. We have a message thread, a text thread called the Business Builders. And it's basically for my girls who really want to build this business. Like they really want to, they want to do their tracker every day. They want accountability around that. I don't know if it's at cap right now. I need to look and see, because like it's for the entire downline, so there's like several people in there. Let's see. So I don't know if you guys want me to add you, but basically it's just like where we talk and we're like, hey, did my tracker today, that kind of thing. Do y'all want me to add you? It's an iMessage thread.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Okay, I'll do that too. Okay, perfect. Well, thank you guys so much. Do you guys care if I grab a picture really quick? I love the fact that you guys have your babies on your hips, and it's just so fun. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Y'all are awesome. Thank you. Let me know if y'all need
Thank you
anything,
so
and have an
much.
amazing day.
Thank you.
I'm gonna stay on and get my tracker done, so bye y'all.